Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video, we will learn to generate the page object classes using only one AI prompt. So let's begin. As automation tester, when you're working on a framework using the page object models, the one thing you need to do is that you need to create the page object file for the different web pages. Now, if you go here and right click on this one and click on inspect, go here and copy this outer HTML and go to the ChatGPT and say write a unique Selenium locator for this element. Now, there's a problem. Problem is that the ChatGPT doesn't have a context to the whole page HTML. So, whatever it provides as an output might not work. So, for example, if I press enter, it will analyze this particular HTML and it will try to create a unique one. But it is not necessary that it will work. Again, the reason is that the ChatGPT doesn't have a context to the complete HTML of that particular page. And secondly, once you have this one, assume that it should work, then based on that, you can create a page object. So you need to write an other prompt, write page object class using Selenium and Python. Using Selenium Python. So it will create the page object class for this one. And again, here it might not work because the ChatGPT doesn't have the context to the whole particular HTML page. Secondly, here this particular page object class does not contain all the elements suitable for the automation testing because there are multiple operations. So if I go to this source labs, here you see that we have a different fields like username field, password field, the login button. So we might need to, locate this one and we need to verify this logo as well, right? So how you can achieve using a single prompt. So let me go to the notepad over here and this is a very detailed prompt. So basically what I'm saying is that you are the expert Selenium automation engineer. I will provide with the outer HTML of the elements, sometimes the full. So we'll provide the full HTML and I'll show you how can you provide the full HTML of the web page on which you are working. Then the task for the AI is that to analyze the HTML carefully, identify the most stable, unique and minimal locators. And the preference is that ID, then name, then CSS, then go to the XPath. And then I'm saying that always justify why each locator is chosen, generate Selenium locators in the Python style, and I'm giving the example how I want this one. Once the locator has been generated, then I'm saying that stop after generating the locators. Do not create a class until I say proceed. When I say proceed, then create a page object model class in Python using this one. The class name should match the page context. Include all the locators as a class variables, not just a subset. Do not write methods, only locators. And I'm giving the example over here. And furthermore, what I'm doing is that I'm giving a guidelines for the AI. Always prefer ID, then name, then CSS, then XPath. Keep XPath short, readable, and robust. Use text function only if it's stable and not dynamic. Never use absolute XPath. For class attributes, use contain only if unique. In POM class, ensure you define all the elements available on the page for the automation testing. Now it has a complete instruction of what it needs to do. So what I do is that simply copy this one, go back here and refresh this one and provide this prompt over here and press enter. So understood, please provide the outer HTML or the full HTML block you would like me to analyze. Once I receive it, I will extract and generate the best Selenium locators according to your guidelines. Now, how to provide the complete HTML? So simply what you need to do is that you need to click on the HTML tag because this is a root tag. And then from here, just click right and go to the copy and copy outer HTML. and now go back here and paste it here. Now this is a complete HTML. Start from the HTML tag and closing the HTML tag over here and press enter. Now when you provide this complete HTML, it has the context of the whole HTML. It's not just the one element, right? So once you provide this one here, it will provide the most stable, unique, and minimal locators extracted from the HTML provided. And locators, Python Selenium style. So these are the locators extracted, and username field, password field, login button, login credentials field. So all this has been identified for the automation purposes. Now let me know when you would like me to proceed to create the page object model class. Now when we have all the possible which are used possible elements which will be used for the automation purposes, it has already identified this one and it gives the justification for this as well. And now I'll say simply proceed and let's see what it does. So here is the page object model class based on the HTML and the provided instructions. So you see that it created the page object class for that particular HTML with the unique locators. And if you want to ensure that these are the unique locators, so they have already provided like ID. So let me see if this ID is there. So if I go back and just right click on this element, so it basically, if I go here, expand this one, so you see that it has a unique ID over here. So again, always go with the ID that's I have instructed the AI. So when you are writing a prompt, your prompt should be very detailed what exactly you want AI to do. So that's why you should have a very good understanding of the locators, the automation testing stuff, and how classes should be created. And once you have that, then draft a detailed prompt, not just a single line or two line. Just write a proper prompt, which is basically you need to learn the prompt engineering over here. And based on that, you can write a very good prompt. And again, here you see that what I'm instructing, what I'm providing, I'm even giving the examples and everything which this particular AI needs to do and how it needs to do. It's just not, I'm not covering, I need ABC. I'm saying that I need ABC, but how you go to this ABC and what should be the output, what should you need to take care of, what are the instructions for that one. So I'm providing everything to the AI to generate the locators, and based on that it creates the page object class. Now once you have this page object class, then what you need to do is that you need to copy this from here and you are done. You just simply need to write a test case using this page object class.